So my cousin's been asking me to make a game channel for him, like.
Leave me alone! Jeremy! 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 Leave me alone!
I've been researching, and right now I'm watching a little bit of Gloom games right now with Cassie, I think her name is. But I've been watching a few other game channels trying to, come up with a strategy or a tactic that would make people want to watch something. And the only thing I can think of is the truth. And he wanted me to make this video series for him. So I've been trying to talk to him about ideas and concepts.
Leave me alone! Jeremy! 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 Leave me alone!
And see, I always played video games early on. I mean, I was there for Pong, and then Atari, and ColecoVision, and Nintendo, and Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64, and Game Boys, and PlayStations, and PlayStation 2s, and that's where it kind of like dropped off. And right now I've been kind of, creating art in different ways. His father came to me and he was like, what do you think about video games? And I'm like, oh, I believe in video games. I think they're, they help with critical thinking, and they help with, I like video games. So he has recently gotten the new video game platform series, or the new video game platform of the Xbox One. This Xbox One, he started getting a few games like Forza and Grand Theft Auto, in which he's like, oh, I'll play this game. So I beat the game in like a day, and I give it to him, and he plays it, and he's like, man. So he gets another game called Destiny, and he's like, oh, will you play this game Destiny for me? I can't make it past where I'm at right now. So I started investing myself in the game, and I'm like really liking the game in the game world. And I build up this warlock character to level 40, and then all of a sudden he just turns into a jerk, because he never had a headset at the time, and he wouldn't let me like talk to anyone while I played or anything like that. So hold on, let me check this. Alright, I think we're good. So I built up this character, and then all of a sudden he starts being like a jerk to me. I'm like, hey, I'm going to play Destiny. He's like, no, that's my Xbox. You're not allowed to play anymore. And I'm like, dude, have I done something wrong to you? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, I'm just, he's like, well, it's mine, and you can't play anymore. And I'm like, I'm feeling offended, because now I'm like, oh, I see what I did. He couldn't make it past that level and get the weapons and upgrades to be able to get in like the PvP matches, and his friends were playing the game, so I hooked him up, and then now all of a sudden he became like Super Destiny All-Star now. So time passes, and he's like, asks me, he's like, oh, you want to play some Destiny? I'm like, nah, man, I'm over it. So he gets the new game. So he gets a new game called Rainbow Six. And I'm like all into this game. I'm like, he's like, man, will you play this game? I'm like, okay. And I'm realizing he's created a tactic. He's doing something to me. He's getting these games, and you have to unlock like certain things before you can get into like PvPs. And so I play Rainbow Six until I unlock like all the characters except for Buck and Frost, and this is before the release of Valkyrie and Blackbeard. And I'm playing, and whenever I play with Mute, and I play with Ash, and that's it. So if you ever come across the gamer tag and it's FullestHorseFTW, and you know who it is, especially if it's in a game of Rainbow Six. He was leaving his controllers out, and I would play. I let him drive my van. He's like, oh, you can play my Xbox anytime you want. Well, I go and grab the controllers, and I'm playing, and he comes in, and he like mid game, hits the power button, and he's like, give me my controller. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, give me my controller. You can't never play my game ever again. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? I'm like, why are you freaking out? So I don't know, like, if he's getting messages from people, like from when I'm playing the game or anything like that. But what I'm gonna do is, every time I get an opportunity, I'm gonna play Rainbow Six. Every chance I get. Now, last night was the first night that I played Rainbow Six in about, I'd say, a month. He fell asleep, and the controllers were left out on the desk, and it was real late, and I waited for him to fall asleep. And when he fell asleep, I made my move, and I played until sunup at least. He didn't wake up. He hasn't said anything to me yet about it. But the games I played last night were pretty epic. I did a hostage situation where I was suspended from the window upside down. And no, it wasn't a hostage situation. It was a bomb diffuser. And I had placed the diffuser down, and I was suspended upside down on a window. And I took out the remainder of the team by myself. I was the last man standing. And that was a pretty fun little round. I wish I could screen captured it. Hopefully I'll be able to get my own Xbox soon, and all the accoutrements to make the game channel, because I'm really interested in it, and I've played video games my whole life, and I've just been out of it, and what I see now is really interesting, and if I can figure out some way to make people interested in me and my gameplay, then that'd be a great thing. So, alright, John's going to Wendy's. We're going to try to make this quick and get him leaving. Say bye. We're going to try to get a game of Rainbow Six in. Oh yeah. I hope it's all loaded up. I wonder if we can do it. We're going to try. A1. What we're doing is stop Jeremy, and I'll try to record like me going in, turning it on and all that good stuff, and seeing if I get stopped while playing and what happens, or if it's a successful mission, and I can make it through at least, 3 or 4 good, good rounds. I always like to get on the airplane, and I can never get on the airplane, and it really kind of gets me mad, a little bit, but, whatever. So, I think I'm going to call the channel Stop Jeremy, and it's only going to be about me trying to play Rainbow Six.
I found my new favorite chips.
What are those?
Doritos Jacked, ranch dipped in hot wings. They're hella good.
Really? That sounds pretty good.